So today I'm gonna be organizing, cleaning, and decorating my room that has not been cleaned in probably 6 months. And yes, you can see by this footage, it looks like it hasn't been cleaned in 6 months, but for the record, these clothes right here, they're actually clean. They're clean, I promise. They just came out of the wash, but the rest of my room, it has not been cleaned and it needs an upgrade. So today we're gonna be making it look like this by the end of the video, and we're also going to be using a lot of these during the video in order to achieve a nice, clean, minimalist room. So I'm excited to begin, so let's begin. So obviously the first thing I needed to do was get all the clothes off the floor so I could actually organize them and clean them so they could go back into my closet where they belong. So now that I have this huge mountain of unfolded clothes, I need to actually organize them and fold them somewhat so I can actually get to the step of organizing them further and figuring out what clothes I'm gonna keep and which ones I'm gonna donate. I don't think there's any room on the bed, Benson. I don't think you can fit in there. Oh, okay. Never mind. I really regret not doing this clean earlier because I'm only into like this for like 30 or 40 minutes, and as you can just tell, this is gonna be a huge pain because I'm pretty much just doing like 7 loads of laundry right now and organizing it before we even get to the actual like organizing of my closet and the rest of my room. This is gonna be a long day. So before I could really progress in this actual cleaning and revamping of my room, I actually had to organize all these clothes because they just came out of the laundry. So I had to organize them between like pants, jeans, sweaters, shirts, my shirts, skirts, summer clothes, Tim's clothes, workout clothes, shorts, tanks. You get the point. So I had to do all that before I could really move on. And then once I did that, I had to open up all my other drawers below my bed where I had all my fabric and clothes I just didn't really wear. And then I opened up my other drawer with other things that I just put in there because I just didn't want to look at them. And then before you know it, we are right back to where we started. So one of the things I actually love to hoard is just scrap fabric. As you can see, these are just bottoms of t-shirts that I've kept because I've cropped them. But for some reason, I think that I should keep all fabric, even scrap fabrics, because I think one day I'm gonna make this amazing thing out of scrap fabric, and I still haven't to this day. So I think it's finally the day that I part way with some of my scraps. This is not the only bag that I have of scraps. I know, it's pretty incredible. You didn't even know this was another room because you couldn't even get in there before, right, Benson? It's pretty incredible. So now that I have all the stuff on my bed pretty much ready to go and get organized in my closet, I finally have to do the hardest part of actually getting rid of the stuff in my closet that has just sat here or hung here since I put it in here. And I finally just have to be brutal and get rid of a lot of this stuff because I just don't wear it. I know I love it and it probably just has like a lot of memories and good memories. I just gotta be honest with myself. If I don't wear it, I just shouldn't keep it. This sweater is like really comfy, but it's not something I ever really gravitate to. Maybe it's because I forgot about it, but okay, so this is one that I think is really cool, but it's not something I really wear that often. It's just like this vintage crew neck style. It looks like a 90s sweater and I just don't really wear it. So this is something that I love, but obviously don't get much wear. So this is something I'm gonna have to say goodbye to. Yeah, this is another shirt that it just doesn't look very flattering on me, but I like it, so I've been keeping it. But to be honest, I just don't wear this shirt, so why do I keep it? Let's just get rid of it. This is the scary part over here. All of these clothes here are just stuff that I've worn, and then I didn't want to add to the mess on the floor, so I ended up just tucking it in here, but it's like not organized whatsoever. And there's even like thrift store tags in here. I love these pants, and I actually spent a lot of money on these wool pants, but I've worn them a handful of times in college when I had presentations and I just had to wear professional clothing. But since I graduated, I don't wear professional clothing, and they're slightly itchy, so I don't wear them because they're not super comfy. So I think I finally have to part ways with these, even though I probably spent $100 on them. So this drawer right here is supposed to be the drawer where I keep all my undergarments and swimsuits and just bras and just all, you know, that kind of junk. And you can see everything but that is in here. Like, I even have my belts in here, which are not supposed to be in here. Like, I actually have some swimsuits here, but majority of this stuff is not supposed to be here. So now I realize that these dividers didn't really work that well, I guess because they were too flimsy. So I'm gonna have to rethink this whole drawer and find a better system to keep this all organized. So yesterday I ended up going to Ikea and I got a whole bunch of different organizers. These are just a few of them, and I'm really excited for these because I finally feel like this is the solution that is finally gonna keep my closet organized and keep the clothes off my floor and my bedroom floor and just make it so much more enjoyable walking into my bedroom, because I gotta say the last few months have not been enjoyable and my system was not working before. So I finally feel like I have a system down that will actually keep my room clean. Okay, so I ended up getting a lot of organizers, but the first one I'm going to start with is this big one. It's called the Scoob, something like that. But I am going to be using this one for all my summer clothes, and then I'll be using it for all my winter clothes in the summer. So I have all my summer clothes here, so I'm just going to fold them all and put this into this nice drawer that I'm going to be putting on my shelf in my closet, so it's nice and big, and this will just keep all my summer clothes protected and nice and stored away, so I don't even have to look at them all winter long. It'll be tucked away, and then I'll do vice versa when it comes to summer times. Look how nice this is. I want to say this was like $10 too, or $9. Like, it was so reasonable. So this is such a good investment, just having these drawers. They can also fit under your bed, so it really could be used anywhere. So next step is the hanger. So now I'm gonna organize all my clothes from my most worn clothes that are gonna go on these hangers, because I don't really like to fold clothes, so I'm not really gonna put it back in the drawer as often as I would just by hanging it up. So this will keep my room cleaner if all my most worn clothes are on the hangers. So I'm gonna go through all of these and get rid of all the stuff that I don't really wear very often, like this dress. So if I end up wearing this dress, I'll just have to steam it or iron it to get all the wrinkles out, which is fine because I probably only wear it once a year. So now we're in my closet. I have everything organized. So on this side, I have all of my t-shirts, tanks, and just fancier clothing. And then over here, I have all my t-shirts and my sweaters, and then I have a few blazers back there, so the nicer stuff. And I don't have all the same hangers, so I know professional organizers, they always use all the same hangers, but because I don't have all the same, I decided on this rack, I will keep all these velvet ones to hold all my nicer shirts. And on this one over here, I decided I'll use my ugly plastic ones to hold all my sweaters and t-shirts. So below my hangers here, I have these racks, which are super, super handy to put my pants, and it organizes it nicely, and I don't have to fold it, which I don't like folding. So this is very handy, but the only thing is I kind of overloaded it. So I need to slim down the pants I put on this rack and just put one pair of pants per rack and not two like last time, because trust me, I was not folding them and putting them back on here just because it was too crowded, it was too much, so I really need to let the clothes breathe. So, if you're curious about my closet, because this pant hanger is so dang handy, okay? So, what I did for my closet is I went to the Ikea website, I went to their planner. This planner is the newer version of mine. Mine's old now, but I went there, I designed it, and then it told me what pieces I needed, and then I went and picked up the pieces, and then I got my fiance to build it, and then that's how I got my closet. It's pretty funny now looking at all these. They're all Levi's and they're pretty much all the same color. So pretty much I just have 100 pair of jeans that are all the exact same. So for my drawers, I like to have all my clothes faced upright so I can see them all and just grab them, and then I don't have to touch the other clothes and make them all messy. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold all these, and I'll show you how I fold the clothes just so you can get more clothes in your drawers. It looks pretty, it's just soothing. So I'm just gonna show you how I fold each item. So I'm not a pro person that folds clothes. That was a terrible way of explaining it, but I pretty much learned how to fold my clothes from Marie Kondo, and just like every single other YouTuber that wants their bedroom to actually look aesthetically pleasing. So I learned from her, and you can look up on Google on actual ways to fold every single piece of clothing. I just fold it these two ways for my tops and bottoms and just keep it simple. It's pretty easy once you just change your folding technique up, and it takes a little bit longer, but it's kind of worth it because it looks so much better and you can fit so many more clothes in your tiny drawers. But this is how I do it. I'm not gonna explain it because I don't know how to. And then after like 5 hours of folding clothes, I was able to finally put them into my closet. And gosh, it was so worth it because look how pleasing they look in my drawers. Like, they look so nice. So all my clothes are now in all my drawers. So now it is finally time to use all the compartments that I bought from Ikea. So I'm just gonna go through and show you everything because I do have shelves above all my racks and just drawers. And I wanna use that space very, very smartly. Very smart. Smart. Does that make sense? I want to use it to the best of its ability. So the top shelf in my closet, I ended up putting the bin that looks like this up there with all my summer clothes. I'm going to put this right beside it just because it will look nice, it's matching, and also these backpacks do not get used very often. I use them when I travel, and obviously I'm not traveling right now, so these can go up there away from me. So for my shelf in my closet, I ended up using these organizers for all my hats, all my scarves, all my purses, everything like that, all my toques, the things that I don't use very often because I have a lot of purses and they all don't fit on my hangers for my purses. So it was nice to kind of put them away because, to be honest, when you have scarves and toques and hats and just purses hanging on your wall, it's nice to have a few, but it's not very nice to have a lot. So this was a really good solution for me to kind of have them tucked away, and then they're also not seen at all, so it makes my closet look very, very clean. As for my shoes, I do have a few shoes, not very many, that are actually really nice. When I say a few, actually I only have one pair of shoes that actually is really nice. So mainly these shoe boxes are for my fiance because he actually has nice dress shoes. So again, I'm using this large storage case for all my wedding dresses in my closet because I want everything to match. And yes, I said wedding dresses, plural, because I have three. I have 3 wedding dresses and I've never been married before, and I'll explain them, okay? My first one is the one I wore on our Corona wedding because our first wedding got postponed, so we turned that into our Corona wedding. My second wedding dress is the one I made out of sweatpant legs only, yes, only sweatpant legs. And my third one I'm not gonna show you because I might wear that on my wedding day next year. For this storage case, I'm using this one underneath my bed in my drawer, and I'm gonna be using it for all of my fabric. I like to sew and I like to hoard fabric. That's one of my passions, is hoarding fabric. So I have a lot, so I had to have a solution where I could just throw all my fabric in there and just keep it shut and make it look clean, but also be able to bring all my fabric to my office. So this was a solution by putting it under my bed so it's away, and then also having it all in one place so I can move it. It's not perfect, this solution, but it works. So as for intimate clothing, like bras and undies, I ended up using this one from Ikea. And then for items such as like cords for your cell phone and stuff, I ended up using this one because it looks really, really pretty. And it also has different drawers for all of my kind of miscellaneous gadget stuff. It's been a long day. It's already 5:15. I started the day off, I think around 11, so it's been a long day. I am almost done. I am getting close. I really just have little pieces here and there to organize. I have a lot of extra storage now in my closet, so some of it's actually empty, so when I actually get more things or just more things I want to organize in my closet, I have lots of space, which is amazing, which you definitely should do if you're organizing a space. Leave empty space because you will kind of grow into it and move more things into it in the future, so it's always good not to cram it all in at the beginning because you will be getting more things. So it's now day 3, and honestly I thought this was going to take an afternoon, but nope, day 3, and this day I ended up focusing on organizing and decorating. So the first thing I did was I went to my label printer and I printed some labels, and to be honest, I didn't think this was going to be very helpful because I've never been one to label everything, but I've turned into one of those persons for people. Turned into one of those people that organize and label everything because holy, I love that there's labels in my closet now. I know where everything is. I understand it. I honestly understand why people label things. So definitely a game changer. I recommend labeling everything in your closet, and I also recommend buying prints off Etsy. You are supporting other artists and you're also getting amazing art. So I ended up buying a whole bunch of prints off Etsy for my room. I ended up getting my fiance. He was kind enough to actually hand screw everything into our walls because we don't have an electric drill and we still haven't invested in one. So he had to hand screw everything into the wall, and now he has blisters on his hands. So needless to say, I'm walking the dog now, but I guess it was worth it. But after I was able to get all of everything on the walls, I was able to finally put my kind of final touches and make it super cute and put all my stuff, because let's be honest, his stuff is not going to go on the walls. And then I also had a good idea of actually putting a plant in a room, and then I made the macrame for the plant and then realized I didn't have a plant, so I had to go to Ikea again. Oh no, I had to go, shopping again, and then I ended up buying a whole bunch more things that I needed. So I just got back from Ikea, and I just want to show you a few things that I got. So I ended up getting these plants here just because I feel like they're going to look so good on the shelves I just put up and also on the bedside tables. And then I also got this plant. I don't have many real plants. I do have a lot of fake plants in my house, but Ikea just came out with this new one, but it kind of looks like eucalyptus or something, or maybe I'm totally wrong, but I love this. I saw this on the website and they just got it in stock, this plant. They have another one which I have here, which is nice, but I do like the coloring on this one. It's just a nicer green, so I was happy I was able to get one of these because I think I'm going to replace this one with this one. I need to work on making this a little prettier, but I do like that plant a lot more, so I'm gonna put this somewhere else in my home. And then I also have to find places for these plants, and then I also have to hang the plant that I made, or the macrame that I made for the plant. I'm gonna put it right here. As for real plants, I wish that I could have all real plants in here, but to be honest, I'm not a very good plant mom. I always forget to water them, or if I do, I water them too much. I don't know, I just haven't gotten the real plants down to like a good science of actually keeping them alive past a few months, so I've kind of just gave up on that because I don't really feel like killing more plants. Also, before I forget, I did purchase one more print from that Etsy store, and look at this. It is so adorable. I absolutely just love the prints from the Etsy store, so I'll link it down below if you want to purchase any of these. But oh my goodness, look how adorable that one is. Look at that. This is going to be the only living plant in my room because I've neglected it probably for a year now, and it's still alive. Like, I can water it every like week or month and it just thrives. So this one is like indestructible, so this is the only one that will stay in my room. But as for hanging these macrame plants, I like getting a bracket from Ikea. You could probably get it from anywhere, but I like getting a small wood bracket, and I like just screwing one of them to the wall and hanging the plant that way. I now decided this one right here is my favorite fake plant out of all of them. Look at it. It's so cute. And then for the rest of the night, I just decorated. I just played around and moved all my decorations from, shelf to shelf, all the plants, and just moved everything around to find the perfect spot for everything. This was honestly very soothing and just relaxing. I don't know, I find decorating really, really fun. So this is really fun, just picking a spot for each item that I purchase and just getting them all in the perfect place. Okay, I think it's finally time to show you what my bedroom looks like now. Oh man. I look greasy. Shoot, I should shower. Anyways, cue the clips with the final footage of my bedroom and my closet. Enjoy. you.